Welcome back to the 2025 Keeper of the Chains Back 9 coverage here at Oak Park. Sponsored by Innova Disc Golf, Ducks Flying Discs, Air Capital Disc Golf Club, and Up Discin Deals. I'm Chris Dendurent, owner of Ducks Flying Discs. I'm here with Mike Junod.
The back 9 will bring a little bit more water into play. The river comes into play. We'll be playing some holes, chances to lose some discs, maybe some unlucky rollaways down to the water. The water comes into play a little bit more often.
And we did have a tremendous amount of rain just before this tournament.
Yeah, so the river is up.
Tournament directors here at Chris Dendurent, owner of Ducks Flying Discs. Christina Hickey, she's the tournament director at Clap. And here at Oak, Tyson Jones.
Thank you, as always, to Kendra for the beautiful drone coverage. She does an amazing job all the time. Thank you again to Lucas for filming.
On this round, we're going to be leading off with Logan Harpool. Logan's current score is -4. He's from Valley Center, Kansas.
And then myself, 4 over. Not as good as I wanted to be, but I'm hanging in there. I'm having a good time.
Loren Lewis from Tulsa, Oklahoma is -1 on this back 9. Kind of picked it up a little bit. Started a little slow. He's doing better now.
And we got Keehnan tied for the top of the card, 4 under. Hasn't really got too greasy, so solid play.
Rounding it out, +1 from Blackwell, Oklahoma, Ron Convers. Fun fact about this feature card, all but one of the players on this are former champions of the Keeper of the Chains. Hole 10, par 4, 466 feet, -25, under par, 7th easiest hole. This hole has become iconic for Oak Park. Mike and our crew did a fantastic job of trimming this up and getting it ready for play. Comes down to this peninsula and really comes into play. Logan plays his first shot with a flex shot, puts himself in a pretty good position on the side of that hill to attack the green.
Keehnan's up, throwing the backhand. Pretty much all you want to do is get past all these trees up here, lay down, you'll have a up shot to the basket. Ron Con throwing the forehand, the rare forehand, just getting it out there. Gets out there far enough, he'll have an easy approach to the basket.
I got Mike here. Mike takes the left-handed route, pushes it out there, starts to flirt with that tree, but it's a really good shot and unfortunately just catches the tail end of it. Lands by the short pin. Loren's going to go with the flick shot. He puts it up there, gets it a little low, nose up, catches the tree in the middle of the fairway. He's going to have a shot at the green. He's going to have to play with the out of bounds on both sides. Keehnan left himself a tunnel shot towards the green. He's going to play it out over the sidewalk. This comes into play. This tree that has a low ceiling comes into play, puts it a little bit short, has a putt for a birdie.
Yeah, when you're approaching this, it's a tough approach. We got Ron Con here. You pretty much just want to get past this tree. OB on either side. He does just that. He'll have a nice tap in.
What
for
a
birdie.
fantastic upshot by Ron.
Here I am. I like using the Cerit. Didn't leave it wide enough. I wanted to get the road skip, but it still gets up there nicely.
You'll have a birdie putt from there. Loren's going to go over the street as well a little bit with the flick shot. Plays it nice and low, playing for the skip. Gets a little lucky on that curb. It didn't bounce out and push right because that wind was really pushing that way. Then Logan Harpool plays a little flex backhand, puts it in range to get that birdie.
Probably left it a little shorter than wanted. Loren here for his putt. It's a tough putt when you're looking at all that OB surrounding the basket. Keehnan puts it up there, hits the face mask. He's going to want that back.
Logan here for his birdie putt. Pretty windy, got a lot of out of bounds around there. What a smooth stroke. Almost spits out the backside, but stays for it.
That dude's putt is phenomenal. Here I am trying to get my birdie. There we go, and I'm thinking, all right, 1 in a row. Let's get this going.
Ron Con's cleaning up. Threw a great upshot to get himself right there for the bird. Looks really good. Nice stroke, Ron.
Here we go, tap
These two-
ins.
Couple cleanups for par. We'll go on to hole 11.
Not too mad about the par, just a little bit of disappointment. You want to get that birdie. Hole 11, sponsored by Knockwood Park. A beautiful course, top 5 rated in the state. One of my favorites to play. Go check them out.
Hole 11 we had to change this year. Normally we play it down below, but up top is par 3. It's 246 feet. It's the 4th easiest hole. Plays .27 under par. We had a tremendous amount of rain this year.
Yeah,
so
unfortunately, the tee pad pretty much all week was underwater, so we made the decision to change the tee pad and change the basket because the basket was also underwater.
Logan's going to lead us off. Pretty easy shot for everybody. Puts it real close. Should be a cleanup. Nice, easy birdie.
The sidewalk is OB, comes into play quite often. Ron Kahn with that hyzer. Pretty much, if you hit the right side, you're not coming back, and did what you don't want to do.
He flipped it over, went in the other fairway. Left-handed shot by Mike Junod here. Throws it out there. Looks like he clips a tree, stays in bounds. Not too happy with that shot. And then our own boy Keehnan throwing that backhand shot. Leaves it a little bit early. Looks like it's going to be down the hill. As you can see, look in the background. There's all that mud. He carries it a lot long.
Here we go, Loren, throwing the lefty line, forehand pretty much. You want to push these trees on the left, get a nice little skip up on the hill, and you should be close. He leaves it a little short, caught that tree. Ron Kahn with his upshot from going out of bounds. You need to put this under the basket from here. You can get rollerways. This is on a slope, and he puts it right there.
Beautiful upshot by Ron. Mike with his little bit of a jump putt here, giving it a touch of effort, gets a little bit of roll, but stays really close. Should be no problem for the par. Loren's birdie bid from about 29 feet. Left her a little bit high.
Circle. He had a little jump putt there.
Yeah.
A little bit longer than what it looks. Keehnan coming up, deep of the basket. He could go out. Oh, he did what you don't want to do on that putt. Go out of bounds.
That wind coming off that river really lifted that. Good comeback to save his bogey, though.
He's not going to be happy with the bogey. Me, trying to make my par. Big putt, headwind.
Left a touch short, face mask.
I didn't want it to lift over the basket. I had that happen once already today, so did what you can't do and throw it lower. Got to tap in here.
Tap in birdie for Logan Harpool. Seems like he might have played here before.
I don't think Logan has to play anywhere to be good. He's just that dude.
Hole 12, par 3, 297 feet, 5th easiest hole, .27 under par. Had some fireworks on this hole this weekend.
Oh, yeah. We won't see it here, but there were 2 aces. Simeon Davenport stepped up here, first throw of the day, smash. And then Braden Tesley. Logan going up the middle here. I'm going to leave it short. He'll have a look, but he wants to be a little bit further than that. Pretty much the right-handed play is just throw straight up the middle. Loren does that, kept it low, right under the basket.
Ron Kahn, backhand, right-handed throw, puts a little bit on it, leaves it a touch short. That hill really comes into play when you're playing this hole. It grabs a lot of discs that look really good. The left-handed route is really fun to watch. Unfortunately, Mike just let it out a little bit earlier. There is an alley over there. And then Keehnan's going to round this off by throwing it up to the right. Grabs a little bit of tree, but bounces right off the basket again.
Basket hit. Another one we were like, that's in. Wasn't in. Me, anytime I hit that tree, I'm a little bit too short. Got lucky. Got up there. Gonna have a putt to save my par.
Just outside circle 1. Ron for a long putt from downtown. Once again, the wind's coming off that river. Throws it, carries it up, leaves it up high, just around the backside of the basket.
It's a tough one to go out if you're at distance. There's plenty to stop at. Logan getting it up
just the short. Loren Lewis, best drive of the round for anybody on this card. Taps in an awful nice, easy birdie for himself. Really well done. Mike, come back.
Trying to save par. Put it up there. I'm happy about that putt. I haven't been feeling good.
Difficult putt uphill with the wind coming off of there. You can see you got a little high five.
Keehnan trying to hurt old man, make me trip. Keehnan puts it in for birdie. Almost sunk that one in one shot. Ron Kahn saving his par. Logan's going to get up there, tap in his par, and we'll move on to the next hole.
Real deal again for Keehnan. This I think is his third one. Up here throwing darts at these baskets.
Yeah.
Great shot. Plays it out close to that tree. Clips a little bit of the tree. Bounces just short of the rocks and right off
About
the
an
lip of
inch.
the
I
basket.
think about an inch higher. It may have stuck. It just hit that top ring. Keehnan's on one today. Hole 13, sponsored by Heiser Knots. Go support the Kansas Goat, your one-time Smitty, supplying Kansas with discs, apparel, and tournaments.
Hole 13. Once again, this is the third hardest hole out here. .28 over par, out of bounds right, water on the left. We had to move this tee box up again because the water level, as you can see in this park, there's lots of runners. Come to a green that builds to a pinch down there, and you got a downhill putt if you're off to the right. Pretty difficult hole. Loren's going to show us how the flick goes down the fairway. Throws a nice, easy flick. Gets that tree, falls. I don't believe he went out of.
No, he stayed in. Pretty much you just want to land in bounds. It's a tough two. Out of bounds is over the sidewalk. Keehnan, he looks like he sneaked out of bounds. If you don't match the hill, it will go down. Hit Logan with the play that I like, the righty forehand. Hit that hill.
Bucket is the one that goes in.
Oh, he hit the pole. Wow.
It was a fantastic shot. Looked good the whole way. Luckily, he hit that pole. He might have gone out of bounds. Mike throws a pretty identical shot coming down the fairway. A little bit shorter than
Left
Logan's,
it a
but
little
really
short.
great shot.
I have a little tester, but I could maybe make that birdie putt.
And
We got-
Ron Convers throwing the hyzer route or the straight route over around the right trees. Looks like he catches the trees, falls out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Yeah, that sidewalk comes into play when you go that right side. Loren, long look, gets it up there.
Puts a good stroke on it. Keeps it in bounds, putting uphill from about 23 feet.
Yeah, you want to putt uphill on this hole.
Ron from his out of bounds play.
tries
Almost
to
goes
give it a
in.
bid.
Puts a good stroke on it, leaves it inside the circle. Keehnan's out of bounds shot, trying to save par here, and face masks. He's not happy with that. Here's Loren's par putt.
You got a backstop on this. You want to give a good run. He puts it in nicely. Way to make your par. Here I am trying to give myself a birdie bid, and my birdie putting's starting to come along.
Good putt.
Thank you. Thank
Outstanding
you.
putt. Ron Convers putting saves his bogey. Not an easy putt with this wind and this hill. Keehnan saves his bogey, and Logan Harpool, after bouncing off of that pole,
Yep.
leaves himself a real tester of about 3 feet.
Yeah, this is a hole. I mean, I keep saying this. You want to get your 2 on, but a 3's not bad.
Another real deal. Straight out of his hand.
Yeah.
Looks good right down the
Oh,
fairway. He's so strong with that forehand. Comes in, bounces short. Didn't bounce short. Hit the pole
Yeah.
mid-flight.
Yeah, it hit the pole a little bit higher. I mean, you never know. It's one that I wanted to get.
Hole 14, fifth hardest hole on the course, par 4, 724 feet, .16 over par.
Yeah, we put this in the long position. The Champion, we debated whether or not to make it a par 4 or par 5. Ultimately, we thought the harder par 4 was better than the easier par 5. Really, as long as you get a drive up to the trees where the other basket placements are, you have a shot.
Logan's going to lead us off, throwing a backhand down the fairway. Looks like he left it a little short there. And then Mike follows it up with a big crush down the middle.
I'm trying to just get right by the road without going out of bounds, and I go out of bounds.
Unfortunately, I skipped right out of bounds. Got Loren Lewis, backhand, right-hand player here, throwing down the gut. So smooth, so long.
Oh, yeah. That's
What a
drifting
great
nice.
shot. Unfortunately, he turns it over a little bit, catches a little bit of tree, but he still should have an approach from there.
Yeah, he's going to like where he's at, I'm pretty sure. Keehnan getting up there, crushing one, trying to land over by the road so he has a hyzer up to the basket. Leaves it a little inside, but, I mean, he can work from there.
Ron Con. plays a nice little left to right down the fairway. Makes it look pretty easy from there.
I will say there is a Mando tree that's up to the left, so this is why down to the right's a little bit better.
Right.
Logan probably wanted to be a little bit further on his drive. Keeps it low, a little bit too low. Now that sidewalk is safe. Keehnan, it's a low approach. He tries to give it a good one. He crests that hill. He could. Keehnan got up there. I don't know if he went out of bounds. He's going to have maybe a look for his
Made
birdie.
the catch cam jump.
Oh, yeah,
Looks
he's
like
up
he
there.
stayed in
in
bounds.
bounds.
Roncon, low ceiling, up shot from here, puts a good stroke on it, but catches the second tree a little
got
bit.
through it.
He turns it over, brings it back inbounds, down on the green, probably about a 45-foot putt from there.
Yeah, he'll have a long look. Me,
Mike's third.
trying to save face after throwing out of bounds. Got a tough little turnover gap, but I just didn't turn it enough. It's up there, but I'm not going to like that putt. Looks like that tree's in my way.
Loren's second shot. Pretty good position here. He's got that hyzer around the tree. I don't know if he's going to go. Yeah, he did exactly that. It's out around the tree. Bringing it back in. Unfortunately, it looked like he clipped that little bit of a telephone pole there. Otherwise, I think he'd have been down there putting pretty close for birdie.
It's a difficult upshot. It takes a good shot. This is where a lot of good drives normally land. Logan's throwing 3 from there. Clip something. Looks like it continues moving. Drop down. He's putting again. He's just going to lay it up there, drop in his bogey, move off.
Loren for birdie from pretty much downtown, but he's got that long-range putt. Puts a good stroke on it. Leaves it a little shallow left. Now he has to play with the hill a little bit. Ron in the same position. Smooth stroke. Gives it a run.
Right off the face mask, right?
Then this is yours for par, right?
Yeah, you see that tree's in my way. I don't want it to hit the hill and roll. Trying to give it a good putt and whiffed it a little bit. It's not my turn, so it didn't go too far. Keehnan, birdie putt.
Bingo.
Bingo.
Big birdie. Big birdie. Nice putt.
Me trying to save par here.
Bounces out.
Mhm.
Just left
Just
a little
not-
bit left.
Yeah, I
Not-
wasn't committed.
yeah.
Loren
Loren got his par. Inside a circle. Ron's going to be putting for par here as well. Got his par.
Yeah, we're just cleaning up at this point. Tapping in some bogeys. Not a great feeling on this hole. Oh, a double bogey. I forgot I went out of bounds. Yeah. Horrible feeling.
And bogey for Logan. We're going to move on to hole 15 next. Hole 15. Par 3, 451 feet. It's the hardest hole on this golf course. You tee off from an elevated tee. The street pinches off really bad. There's a lot of water down to the left. It's on a side of the hill green, and there's a new tree in play on this hole.
We had a new tree that fell over because the river was up and tree fell over.
Keehnan's going to lead us off. Turns one out a little bit. Doesn't look like it's going to come back. Out of bounds off the tee box. This wind has been really rough this whole day, unfortunately for Keehnan there. We got Loren Lewis throwing next.
Yeah, he throws up the middle too. This is a tough one you want to get. The way this is playing today is it's a headwind. He pulls you over out of bounds, and we got the river up.
Ron Convers next on the box. Smashes it over a little bit. Gets good distance on this. Looks like he threw something strong enough that's going to come back as long as it doesn't go too far down into that mud down there. And that is not a good footing place.
Yesterday he would have been out of bounds. I'm coming up. I'm just, as a lefty, just trying to get a little turn on it and get it to flex out and stay away from the road. And I get a skip up, lands up there nicely. I should have a somewhat of a long look for 2.
Keehnan playing his third shot from going out of bounds. Lays it out a little bit to the left side of the basket. It's going to have an uphill putt from about 27. Loren's got a flick shot for his approach.
Over by that tree that just fell down.
That tree was huge when we
Yes,
took
it
it down.
was.
It took 4 of us to get it cleaned up that day.
Landed short, but he was obstructed.
Harpool's upshot. Well, I guess you can just do that if you like.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Ron landed down here, and just as you said earlier, this would have been out of bounds one day prior. Probably a foot full of water. Ron chooses to throw a flick shot, plays it up by the basket, easy par, go to the next hole. Unfortunately, he's 3 pounds heavier in mud.
I thought I was closer than this, and I'm just giving it a nice little layup. And
Easy par, go to the next hole kind of thing, right?
yep, exactly.
Just outside the circle for his par. And he leaves it a little bit low.
Keehnan coming in for his bogey and makes a nice putt. You always want to be putting uphill on these screens.
I'm not sure that the camera work here shows the dramatic level of these side hill greens on these. They're pretty significant at times.
And just how tight with the road and that water being up on the river.
Yeah, Mike cleaning up and Loren cleaning up for this par. Loren's bogey can't be happy with that. He left his upshot a little bit short.
No one on the day got the 2 on this hole, so
Absolutely 0 twos on this hole for the day.
it's a tough one.
Hole 16, 8th hardest hole, played straight even par. 367 feet. A lot of times the play is going to be out over on the hyzer side, coming in onto this peninsula of a green. Just really, really, fun tee shot if you have the strength to go for it. It's a lot of fun to throw over those trees.
We also haven't had water in that pond for about 4 or 5 years, and
Yeah.
now there's water in it. New out of bounds in play.
Ron throws a flex shot over the top of the trees. He's going to put it down. He's going to put it down deep of the hole. Looks like it went out of bounds right off the tee box. That's
Don't
unfortunate.
see that too often with a hyzer shot. Logan probably taking the same hyzer shot.
He's throwing
Yep.
a dead hyzer over the top of the trees.
A little bit wider to get the wind to play it. Looks like it's coming in. Oh.
Looks like it
splash
dropped in
down.
that water. That water wasn't there just
No.
4 days before this
New
tournament.
pond. I just want to throw the hyzer and don't go out of bounds. And
Nice easy hyzer.
got flat for me.
Went out of bounds.
Yeah,
That's
went
3
out of
for
bounds.
3. Keehnan throwing a hyzer. Right-handed hyzer.
Yeah,
This-
most people aren't messing with these branches up, the trees up the middle. We're all just throwing hyzers.
Got a little bit of spin on it. Brings it back towards the hole. It's really nice. About 10 feet. Loren changing things up. Turning the hat around. Throws the hyzer over the top of the trees.
Doesn't like it out of his hand. A little bit too inside. Gonna bring in that OB.
Missed the car.
He missed. He did miss the car. Here I am from my out-of-bounds shot. Don't like having this approach as a lefty because I'm going right towards the pond, hit a tree. It's about where I normally land.
Loren for his third shot. Lays up.
Lace it up.
I think he's taking his medicine a little bit there. That was a tough up shot. Yet
Interesting look
another.
from Ron. Remember, he went out of bounds too. And
Looks like he went out of bounds. Double
again.
OB on that one for
So I
Ron.
don't like putting downhill. Here I'm trying to save my bogey. And leave it a little short. Just a little bit off this morning. We gave him this spot. And
It fell out.
if he would have been a little bit quicker, may have had to give that to him. Ron, to save his double bogey, puts it in. Looks like he's happy about that, but he's not.
Keehnan with
Keehnan,
the lone
what
birdie
a
on this
drive.
hole.
What a drive.
This hole has always played, feast or famine for a lot of people.
Yep.
You throw over the top and try and get it to come back inbounds. You risk getting one of those bogeys or double bogeys if you get it to land inbounds.
See me
it's a
running
birdie.
in there. I walked off and forgot that I didn't finish putting out, so I had to run back over there and hit my putt. Hole 17, sponsored by Discs Unlimited. Dennis Fatschold is the nicest guy in disc golf. Check out the website for your personalized disc golf needs.
Hole 17. This hole also, we had to adjust a little bit due to water to just make sure for the safety of our players. It played the 9th easiest hole because of that change. Par 3, 351 feet. Just a few days before this, you can see all the mud to the left. That was all underwater. Would have been terrible play for everybody. Keehnan's going to step up and show us how to do it. Throws a good hyzer shot. Gets down there, skips a little bit short. That's one of the shorter placements where he's at right now. Must have cut a little bit of a tree.
Logan up here throwing the hyzer. pretty much you want to hit that gap right over there, get up, hit the top of the hill, skip over. He's
Take
not
care
going to
a
like
little.
where that landed. It stayed straight.
Loren throwing that big hyzer over that tree. If he can get short of that tree that you see right there, he's going to skip off of that and give himself a nice, easy birdie.
What a
putt.
great shot. This is actually a tough two to get. Lots of danger on this hole. Ron Kahn coming up, throwing that little flex hyzer shot. Let's see where if he gets into that. Ooh, clips those trees, lands there. He's still going to have a look at the basket, but it's going to be not for two.
The left-handed route through this hole.
I try and hit this gap up the middle, left it a little inside, and yeah.
That's jail in there.
You don't want to be in there.
That's a tough place to be. Ron's up shot's going to be up and over the hill and trying to get it to stop on a nice downhill line. Looks like
Very
he did a
tough
real good
upshot.
job.
Yeah, very tough upshot. That was a good upshot. Me, I can't even see the basket. I'm just like, throw it out there, give it a play.
And makes it.
It went in. I had
Unbelievable.
no idea. I just couldn't see it. I was like, well, let's just throw it out there. I released it out of my hand. I was like, crap, that's too hard, and heard shing and couldn't believe it.
Fantastic shot. Fantastic shot. Logan Harpool from
Almost
practically the same spot.
Almost the same spot. And you can see how hard that is.
Threw a good upshot. You know, didn't go in, but still really good upshot.
Keehnan with a long look at two.
Off the chains.
A little bit weak side, a little high. You kind of want that to stick. X's catch a lot, but they just push that one out. Here's Loren Lewis. Great drive. Shot for two. And
Great putt. Nice birdie, Loren. That was fantastic. Great drive. Looked fantastic the whole time.
Ron Kahn just trying to clean up his three here. Got his three.
Got his three. Moving on to the next hole.
It's not too hard of a three as long as you land in a spot. There's a lot of good spots to land in. There's a few bad spots. You land in those bad spots, you bring bogey into play.
And Keehnan, a little upset with the fact that didn't stick, but it was pretty high left.
Ooh, got a double take here.
Double take 4
for myself.
All right.
Yeah. Again, couldn't see a dang thing. And double take is brought to you by Blue Shades Payments.
That's right.
Look at like I said, couldn't believe it went in. I was having fun with that one out there.
And you know what I always say? That's the best smile in all of disc golf.
Oh.
Great drive here also, man.
Oh.
We got lots of highlights on this hole. Loren Lewis just smashing it around the corner. Puts it close. If it's a level green, he stays within 5 to 10 feet. He gets a little roll away on that real deal.
One of the better drives you'll see on the hole. It's hard to keep it by that pin. Hole 18, sponsored by Just Send It Disc Dice. Kara Decker, another great human being. Show her some love at the website below.
Rounding out the back 9, hole 18 at the Keeper of the Chains. This hole is over water the whole way. Plays to this elevated green on the side of this hill. This is the 8th easiest hole. Averages .16 under par. It is only here one time a year for the Keeper of the Chains. Let's see how these guys do. Loren's going to show us how to do this here. Right-handed throw over the water. Puts a good stroke on it. Trying to get it to land up top. Got that skip. Keeps it real close to circle's edge. Now he has a death putt putting back towards that thing.
Me, I see a cheeky little hyzer line that I want to throw. So I said, do it. It's last hole, and left it low. I am in jail. Like, jail.
Keehnan's stepping up, throw the right-hand hyzer. Wouldn't be surprised if this one came in close as well. Keeps it right there.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful shot. That's exactly how you want to do it.
He's been throwing good all day.
Logan Harpool. Nice, easy, smooth shot for him.
Looks like he barely puts any effort into it. So beautiful to watch. Puts it right there. Gets a little ground play.
Rolls out way deep,
Oh, wow.
unfortunately.
A little unlucky there. Ron Kahn should just be a stock hyzer shot for him. Throws it out wide enough. You want to play this a little bit more on the spiky end, and it hits nicely.
Leaves us 12, 17 feet.
Here I am. You can't even get down there from where I am and see. So I'm just Oh, they actually missed my up shot. That was my third shot.
That's
there.
That's third shot.
Yeah.
Okay. Logan Harpool from downhill, trying to get a putt at it and get it to stop on the hill. Puts it there, gets a little roll away, but stays up top.
He threw a great shot, just got unlucky. Loren Lewis with that death putt. I mean, if you sail this, you're in the pond.
Loren puts a good stroke on it, puts it over the edge, but the rocks save him, it looks like, a little bit. This is a pretty easy birdie for Keehnan and Ron as they both landed in there real tight. Shouldn't be any problem with the cleanup of this. This hole is, once again, it's only here one time a year, and it's a joy to play this hole.
Yeah, it definitely does not feel good getting the 3 on this hole. 2, it's right there. I mean, it is a tough shot, but it's not far. Loren cleaning up his par. We're not really happy with anything better than or worse than a birdie.
Par for Logan Harpool. Had a tough roll away down the hill, but made a good effort at it, kept it close.
Yeah, I'm tapping in my bogey again. They missed my up shot. I literally only had like a putt through a gap down there to set up that.
That's the back 9 of Oak Park. With the pros here, as you can see, our leaders are at -9 with Elijah Bickle, Jonathan Fletcher, and Jordan Schaefer all coming in pretty close. And there's a bunch tied at 4th place.
Anything close to double digits is pretty good out at Oak Park, especially in that setup.
Don't forget to subscribe to Discin Deals coverage, and we'll see you over at Clap.